has burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. A toss to Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Watch my board. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Throwing now is Carr. That one caught. It's the rookie Hunter Renfrow. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Play action now. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Check, 59. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A little juke. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Right, 54. Watch the slant.
6-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Right here.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
29. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey,
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Watch the curve, watch the curve. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That's taken on the 25. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 1, Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Nick Perry came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw his Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
7:34. Exit.
On play action, now Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Taken right around the 44. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 33 yards that time.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 yards there, first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
But it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll run for it with Cook. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
637.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And some room to work. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
734.
To throw, it's Carr. His throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
One, later one. Hey, high 7.
Throwing again. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Morris Claiborne, the former #1 pick of the Cowboys there defensively.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe.
29. Hey, Alpha. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump. Mike, 308. 55. Hey, eat.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Down. 185. Easy. Kill.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr over the middle. He's got Tyrell Williams. 16 yards, a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Carr. That's caught at the 1. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Smith. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. On the toss play, this is Washington. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will get him one closer. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Left side caught by Diggs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Cousins now from the 50. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Cousins. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
93. So nice number one. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Bravo.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, this is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken near the 13. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Play fake. Cousins. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Watch the tight dog.
On second down, it's Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up third down and 12.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. To throw, Cousins. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Vontaze Burfict. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's going to be a long day.
And the blitz does come. The open man is Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Alert 3. Jump. Lead it, 48.
They'll run on first down. Cook. The tackle there by Lamar.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
From the 31, Cousins, and complete, right side to Cook. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On the ground, it's Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense?
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Mike, 55. Hey, Delta. 55. Down to lose one. Mike, 55. Mike, 55.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
13 yards. Another 3 and out.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. Fancy footwork at the 45. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Cook. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. Oh, he goes up top. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game.